punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. I never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about the dip. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd and 10. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They're going to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Broncos at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Quinnen Williams on the stop. No gain on
Wilson.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Flush to his right. Diving for the end zone. And the ball's knocked out. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. In motion left goes Sutton. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's second down at a yard. On second down, a run with Hall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The first catch for Judy, good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw again is Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On play action, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the...
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Broncos 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now Wilson on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, 49 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. What's good on the extra point? And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw is Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Right at the 50-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it on. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. We're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he completes it to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A give running right is Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Broncos 10. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. The tackle by Quincy Williams. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Wilson. Same connection, Dulcich once again. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
14, run it.
Here's Wilson. And
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter play. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Rodgers. It's complete. Lazard. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available. Keep that in mind. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Rodgers to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Box it. Go to 50. Hey, you block it. Stay right.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while. That's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Denver, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.